to have this meeting and discuss the business of this community. And Lord, I pray that you bring a spirit of cooperation here, and Lord, we'll just be able to do whatever needs to be done so we can benefit from all of the action that's taken tonight. And we'll give you all the praise and all the glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Jack.
Here, I guess.
Yes. Roll call? Yes, roll call. Floyd?
Here.
Byron?
Here.
Brenda?
Here.
Jenny?
Here.
Sorry, I usually say Jen. Jenny? Jimmy. Belly's get okay. Here, and
Gus.
Gus is here for Myra.
And Pete's here.
And Pete.
All right, so has everybody had a chance to look at the claims?
No.
And the minutes? Okay, so let's do the minutes then. Can we have somebody give me a motion to approve the minutes for last month?
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
There's a motion on the table by Byron to approve
Second.
September's minutes, and then Floyd seconds it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? All right, that's approved. So you're still looking through the, okay, so while you're still looking through the claims, we'll just go to the next one real quick. And this is the budget that we introduced last week. Was it last week? Yeah, it was last Thursday. So I just need a motion to approve the budget.
I'll make a motion to approve the budget.
There's a motion on the table by Jimmy Phillips to approve the 2026 budget. I need a second. Jenny will second it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay, the 2026 budget is approved. All right. So, claims, have you had a chance to look at those yet? Got any questions?
Yeah, I have a question. One of our payable town of Redkey water operation refunds, is that where we gave back adjustments? Or is that the money that's going to go into the hydrant rental fund?
The operation?
What
Yeah,
page is it
it's on the
on?
very front page here at the bottom there. It's 4103.
4103.
That is where we, $125, Town of Redkey. We refunded someone a water
Deposit?
deposit,
Okay,
yes.
got it.
Theirs would have been 125 when they
Okay.
did it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. Water deposit. Any other questions on the claims? Jenny?
No.
All right, so I need a motion to approve the claims, please.
Make a motion.
Jenny, there's a motion on the table by Jenny
I
to
second.
approve the claims,
I second.
and Jimmy will second it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay, so claims were approved. Budget was approved. All right, so table business, we might as well let Seth talk first so we can talk about snow plow and stuff.
I got a lot of stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're doing.
You want me to go streets and water or water and streets?
Do the water,
Okay.
because I have some things on streets too that I need to go. So water and stormwater, please.
Okay, water first. All the residential smart meters have been installed now officially. Ted and myself did 101 meters in 30 days. So pretty proud of us for that one. Good job, Ted.
Good job.
We only have now 8 touch meters that we have to go out every month and physically read on touch reads, and those are all business. Those are all 2 and 3 inch meters, and I'm currently working with utility supply and swapping out what 5/8 meters we got left to get some of these 2 and 3 inch meters ordered. Kind of offset some price there. We've really been putting the new Neptune system since they've all been installed to use. Jess, myself, we've been working with the town, or not town employees, the town residents on notifying, working day in, calls on leaks. Most people have been pretty pleasant to work with once they understand how the system actually works. There was a main leak down on West Logan. Floyd kind of brought it to my attention. We checked it out. It was a main leak. We hopped right on it, got that repaired. Also, we're currently, IDEM, it was something we kinda got dinged on. IDEM, they have an acceptable limit of a 25% water loss in the system, in our entire water system. Myself, Ted, and Jess have all kind of been working together and correlating data, monthly data, some daily data to determine our approximate water loss, where we're at for the year.
And we are where?
Don't have enough data right now to give you those answers. Some upcoming projects we kind of got for the water is, I know we've kind of implemented the silversmith a little bit with fire hydrants and some meter pits. But Ted and I are really gonna kind of focus in and try to get all of the water pits marked, all of the valves marked, and then concrete all of the old dead valves. So so there's that, and then Ted, correct me, PFAS?
Yes.
Our PFAS test it'll be the first time I'm taking this sample, so Ted's gonna help me through that tomorrow. I'm pretty excited to learn that. It looks kinda complicated, so that'll be taken tomorrow and sent out Thursday. That's all I got for the water.
And we're still getting, oh, that would be Ted, I think. So for the water, I just want to remind everybody that Baker Tilly, his name is Andre, will start the rate study in January. So they will be coming in January to start the rate study. So that's been set up. So we just need to make sure that all of our billing and audits and all that stuff, or adjustments, are all on target, so.
Who do we rent the waters? The, ones where they hook up to the fire department, we rent them, but who we rent from? Fire hydrants, who do we rent them from?
We don't rent them, I think we own them right now.
Well, according to records, Joe, we paid rent.
That's for,
what?
that money is where the town pays back the water department. They're paying for their water. That money is designated only for use for repairs to the water tower or any plumbing or pumps inside the water plant. That's the only place that money can be used for.
It's not listed under a rental for hydrants.
No, I don't know why it's worded that way, because it took me like 3 months to actually find out what it was.
Well,
So the way I
found
understand
out-
it, this is the way I understand it, Jimmy, is that Gloria's supposed to take like $1 per water bill or something and add it into that fund. Add it into that fund for,
It's
go ahead.
it's a capital improvement fund, so basically they're taking money away, they built into your funds an improvement fund so that any repairs that need to be done inside of your water operation, it's a depreciation fund utilized for your operation system that is going to be utilized for repairs.
We own the fire hydrants.
You own the fire hydrants, that is correct.
So we can put it in the record that we rented it
No,
for $9,000.
That is, it's just the terminology utilized for billing.
I'm just asking. 'cause I-
No, you're fine, yeah, you're good.
it's so we can use it, if we had to fix something on the fire hydrant, that money could be used for that. If we
Right.
had to fix something anywhere in the water department, that fund
I
can be
just-
used
I
for
mean, I
that.
know last year I was 9,000, this year it's so much.
Yeah, yeah. We were confused on that too, yeah.
We're all confused on that.
When Andre does your rate study, you might just ask him if there's a better way to do a better terminology, so.
Okay, all right, go ahead, sorry.
Nope, you're good. Moving on to the streets. Miller has, I'm sure everybody's knows by now, has West High shut down. They're installing a new gas main. That whole section is probably going to be shut down until at least November 7th, if not November 10th. So hopefully next Friday they can get it all wrapped up and opened up. They're hoping to be wrapped up. If it runs a little over, they'll have it road open on Monday. And then they also got the permits for behind Watson's to do that railroad bore. I don't think that's going to affect anybody. I don't know how they'll have to shut down Union. I don't think they will. So that's good. He said it looked like very little work. If they can get both of those done this year, there will be very, very little work for them in Redkey next year. The intersection of Burr and Daughtery finally got concreted. There was no base underneath of it. It had crumbled up into a point just from the trash trucks and the school buses driving over it over time. So we dug it all out, gave it a good stone base, and poured 6.5 yards in there. Those barricades will probably stay up until Friday or Monday. We saved between $1,300 and $1,400. There was a 250-gallon tank or tote down in the street barn of dirty diesel that had been used to clean the patcher over the years. The quote for that was about $1,300 to have them come down from Fort Wayne and pump it and properly dispose of it. We reached out to a few companies that we knew used diesel and oil to furnace their buildings, and we had a company come in and dispose of all of it for free.
Awesome
So-
job, good job, thank you. So you saved us about $1,300 and some dollars?
Yeah, give or
Perfect.
take.
Thank you.
Next is the snowplow quote. There's 3 quotes there. The one with the star is the one that I'm asking for. There's a 8.2 V plow, a 9.2 V plow, and then an 8 stainless straight blade. I need the 8.2 V plow in my opinion. So asking for approval to get that purchased. Next thing,
So before you move on, so you're asking council to approve the $10,135 for the plow and to be installed, yes, Roger?
What kind of plow is that?
Boss V plow from Albany, Wright Brothers.
I'm not trying to interrupt anything, but Josh, I've got a Boss B plow that was on a 1-ton truck, that we had when Josh was down here years ago. It's still, he said something the other day about selling it.
Do you know how much he wants for it?
I have no clue, but I don't think it'd be $10,000 or whatever that was.
Are you?
Table it.
I'll let him check it out.
Yeah,
Check
they
it
said to
out.
get with Bill.
Because everything we've got for his equipment pretty much has been stored inside.
Okay.
So I would suggest, I mean, it's a great opportunity. I would make the motion.
We're gonna make the motion to approve a plow. It just depends on whether Roger can get us a better quote for that or this one, because winter's coming. We don't have time
Well,
to wait. till
also you
the
gotta
season.
realize too, this is used, that may be new, so I don't, warranty or whatever, I don't,
Right.
but that's just to, keep.
Plus, this company will put it on, take it off, or store it for us.
Right.
Okay, all right. So what does the council recommend? I need a motion to do something. Table
I
it?
make a motion, we do something.
No, I need a motion to table it. I need a motion to approve it. I need a motion to decline it. What are we doing?
Well, I want to make a motion to approve the purchase of a snowplow.
Okay,
Okay, I would prefer a new snowplow because of the warranty factors involved. Point that this company will mount it, take it off, store it for us,
okay,
take the bush guard off the truck, put it back on.
okay.
So we don't have to mess around. He won't have to mess around with putting the plow on, taking it off, or Ted or anybody else.
So there's a motion on the table by Byron to approve the $10,135 for the snowplow from Right Way. I need a second. Floyd is, say it out loud, Floyd.
Yes.
Floyd is seconding that motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Jimmy is a nay.
Nay,
Nay.
nay.
And then, what was this one here? Is that the first one? Oh, that was the
There's three-
quote
yeah,
that got
there's three- yeah, there's
saved.
three
Okay,
quotes in
all
there.
right. So do you want these back? Floyd?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
They didn't say.
Words way around.
Next, Alex has kind of got on me a few times. Byron himself has witnessed it. There's lots of times Ted and myself are pulled over on the side of the highway doing work. I have no strobes at all whatsoever. I just have my flashers. A lot of people don't tend to see us with just my flashers. So Alex has been working with me and his company to get strobes around the truck with a toggle switch on the inside. So I'm asking for approval to get that done as well.
So I'm just asking again, I know the money that we saved with the metal that you returned, right, is almost enough to pay for that plow with what you've still got to return, is that right?
It'll be close.
All right.
It'll be about a couple grand shy.
All right.
That's a good price for all that.
And this is to put lights on the truck, is that what you're talking about,
Yeah,
the
all
lights
the
on
way-
the truck?
All the way around the truck with a toggle switch that controls it on the inside.
I'm gonna write this down.
Let them see me coming.
499.
Well, I seen them out on the highway working a couple weeks
Do
ago.
you wanna see that?
Come down overhead, get slow down, didn't go.
So we have a quote for $2,499 to be able to put lights on the city truck so that when they're working, they have, protection. I need a motion to either accept, deny, or
I make
take.
a motion to accept the bid.
Jimmy makes a motion to accept the bid for $2,499 for the lights on the, city truck, the water truck.
I make it on second.
And Byron seconds that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? All right. I'm gonna cut you off before too long.
I know, I'm sorry. And if you tell me no, I'll bring it to the next meeting. Boy, there's three more quotes. So I've had a few phone calls about the intersection down at East Main and I go at the freeway. Is that
Ms.
George?
Clariday is always complaining about that, yes.
There are a lot of kids, not a lot, quite a few kids around that area, and I can attest that they play out in the road quite a bit. Quite a few semis haven't been stopping. I know it's harvest season, etc. They had asked if we could get a flashing stop sign like we have at the four-way at 1 and High, and I started looking into it, and those are just unfathomable. So I found they're kind of like a caution light, but it's red. You can go red or yellow, and it just attaches to the top of the pole. Those are $500 a piece. To get one coming into town and one going out of town, you're looking at $1,000 for both of them. So if
They
that's
solar
something,
powered or?
those are solar powered.
The
yes.
ones like they put up on one, which you
Yeah.
know the state was responsible for those because that's a state highway, but those are $3,000 a piece.
4,500,
Or, oh, was it
not
$4,500
including
a
shipping and
piece?
taxes.
So we chose to go with something a lot
Oh, I'm
less
sorry.
expensive.
Yeah, did you see this quote too?
Yeah, I seen that.
So, can you pass
That's
this, please?
solely a decision that you guys can make if you feel as if it's necessary, that they need to be put up. I have had
What's that?
multiple complaints about
Yeah.
it, so.
So I need a motion to
I
accept
make a
the,
motion to put up and sign.
all right, we have a motion on the table, go ahead.
What's the issue behind this? Is people, I mean,
All
can
of
you
the,
not
se-
see the stop sign?
there, it's a three-way and they are kind of hidden and the semis that are coming from out of town to into town, they run it every single time. And all of the people down there are complaining, not just Clariday, but there's other people on that intersection, they're like, something needs to be done. And this is the cheapest thing that we can figure out to do. So, I mean, so so Jimmy, did you have a motion on the table to accept those?
Is that it?
Jimmy?
Well, wait a minute, I thought that was this other price.
No, they're
There's three quotes to give you.
What's the real quote?
$1,000 for the two lights,
Two of them,
one,
that's $500 a piece.
yes, sir.
That's the motion that I made.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so we have a motion on the
Those are just
table.
quotes to show you what the other
I'm just showing
costs.
you the price of this
Yeah.
quote, like, my God, that's a lot of money
Yeah.
for that, but
Yeah.
no, this is what he's asking.
So I have a motion on the table by Jimmy Phillips to, for the $500 a piece for those stop signs on, it's High Street or Main Street, it's Main Street, isn't it? Main and George, or Main and Harrison. Main and, yeah, Main and Harrison, I think, or George. But it's the three-way stop there. So I have a motion on the table to purchase those. I need a second. Lloyd will second it. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any nays? Okay.
I'm cut off.
You're done? Is it good?
For the rest of the year.
Yeah, for the rest of the year.
Alright. So before we move on, I have to say this about streets. Yeah, I'm done with you, Bill.
You got plows on both trucks
No, I have to plow on the old red.
on no red?
Yes, sir.
We might be able to use Roger's plow on one of them for backup, unless the ones down there.
There's a second red V plow that fits on to the one ton, I believe. I don't know if that V plow goes to the 1 ton or goes to the red truck.
I still want you to go down and look at Rogers.
It's
if you
fine,
will.
yeah.
Well,
enjoyed it kind of check.
we might be able to use it,
I know, right,
and he's offered.
right. So I applied for the CCMG grant again this year. I was approved, and that's to get the streets funded. However, there is an issue now where Choice One, who has helped us do all the paperwork, is no longer allowed to do the paperwork per state, so I almost didn't even make the cutoff. It's the 31st, and I just got the rest of it put in today. And Luke Himmelgarn came today and said that we're gonna have to hire a firm, which we've talked about, AECom, for next year. They will no longer be able to do any of the paving grants because the state of Indiana has now changed it to where you have to be a licensed person that will go out and rate the roads. Like it goes from 1 to 10, 1 being horrible, 10 being,
Pacer rating.
yes, it's a pacer rating. So, and they're not certified to do that, and they said they looked into financially, it wouldn't behoove them to go ahead and be certified because they don't use it enough to get the revenue back. So we have to look for another firm to be able to do that. So I know that Luke's gonna send me a couple of people, but AECom is already gonna be in our town, working with Ted with the sewer operation, so those contractors are already gonna be in our town, so we might look into utilizing them. And when I was doing that, a lot of our streets, I told certain people that certain streets were gonna be paved in 2026. And 3 of the streets that I had on there to be paved were not considered they were not on NDOT's roads. So I have to go through a big, long thing in order to get some of the roads acknowledged by NDOT. And I'm working on that. And in order to do that, so I have to read some of this stuff right here. And we have to make a motion that yes, we do maintain and, what is the wording here? We maintain and accept that these roadways are roadways of Redkey. And I have to list them, and she has to list them individually so that they're in the minutes, so that we can actually send it to the state of Indiana so that they can add them to the roadways. So I had Oak Street on the other side of in between the dollar store and Citadel, from Highway 67 to the dead end. So Oak Street goes across 67 by, in between Citadel, that's a dead end. 2 people live on that road. It's never been paved in the whole time that they've lived there. So we need to add Oak Street from Highway 67 to the dead end to that. That's number 1. Holmes Avenue is not acknowledged on the NDOT roads either, so Holmes Avenue is another one of our roads. South Union from Grandview all the way to Sherman. If I'm going too fast, you tell me, and I'll just give you my paper.
Okay.
South Union from Grandview to Sherman is our road, and we maintain it, so I need to get that on there. They had Cleveland Road listed as Harrison Road, so we're gonna change Cleveland on the map, and we're gonna add Harrison from Logan to Sheridan. That's another road.
Changing Cleveland to what?
Cleveland to Cleveland.
No.
Yeah, Cleveland was listed as Harrison, so we're
Okay.
getting rid of it as Harrison Street and actually making it Cleveland, because I couldn't.
Harrison will
Yeah,
be Cleveland.
and Harrison will then be Harrison, which they had in an alley. It's not even there, so I'll give you the wording
Okay.
later, Gloria,
Awesome.
because, yeah. And then South Harrison, like I said, from Logan to Sheridan is not on the map, so we will get that on the map. South Walnut Street from South Union to Central is not on the NDOT map, so in order to ever get it paved, I had to add that to the map. Elm Street from Central to the dead end, again, wasn't acknowledged by NDOT, so I had to add that to the map. Walnut Street from Central to the dead end, where, is it Pasacas, I think, that road there, that was not able to be paved. And then, let me see if there's any others here.
How did these roads fall off of the map?
Well, I think.
They were probably never added.
I was gonna
so-
say they missed them.
So a lot of times a lot of times when either things were annexed or built, the process of adding roads to the state inventory is a little bit convoluted. And I found this even in Yorktown. It'll get added to the local inventory, but sending it into the state inventory, there's a disconnect. And so it never got in there, and nobody ever goes back in and does an audit. So now that when people are trying to apply for the community crossings grant, this is when a lot of it will.
Nightmare.
It
was a nightmare.
It'll get found,
And
and
then
so.
Butler
now that's
Street
when you're
from
gonna
Wayne to
find it.
Grandview.
So,
That's
So,
next
yeah,
year.
Butler, so I'll get them, they will be added as of December of this year, but they won't be eligible to be paved then until 2027, which I had 3 of them on there to be paved next year, and we had to remove it from our grant because they weren't acknowledged by NDOT, but they will be for 2027.
Okay, there's a street down there by the apartments. It was real bad and they've been patched.
Yeah, it
It's
was,
on there, but it's been taken off.
yes. Holmes has been taken off, that street has been taken off, and then, Oak Street across from the dollar store was on there and it was taken off. And then Elm Street, or Walnut Street from Union to Central has been
They
taken
gonna
off.
pay this year.
They can't be paved this year. I had them on there to be paved and the grant was accepted, but I had to remove it because it wasn't on NDOT's, availability to be paved because it wasn't acknowledged as a street in our town.
You don't get the grant for this year,
We
right?
do get the grant for all the other streets that I had on there. I had 12 streets on there.
Okay.
So 10, oh no, I had 13, 14, 15, 16 streets on there. 3 of them are gone and 13 still are on there to be paved for next year.
But we got the grant this year for next year.
Yes.
But now next year, we gotta have this year out, they'd come in. Do it,
Next year, we
get
can't
them
apply for it without the Pacer rate, and to get the Pacer rate, we have to hire an engineer firm that is licensed.
So,
But I will work on that and get that taken care
all.
of.
What percentage of our town's streets have been paved?
By the time we get done this year, we'll only have like, I don't know, 10 streets that haven't been paved. However, we're gonna have to start from square one because the gas company has tore up a lot of our streets that were
Are
paved.
they gonna fix them streets?
No, they only patch them and then it'll be our responsibility to fix them.
Just patching.
I know.
We know the gas company, now, I got 2 houses down there, and they put flags down on there and everything, and then they ended up pulling my gas meter on both houses, and I called the gas company, and she said they'll be down tomorrow, but they never did come.
Well,
They left the flags there, I've been mowing it. and
Cole's in
everything.
town, we can ask him tomorrow, get with me tomorrow and we'll ask
He's out of
Cole.
town.
Oh, Cole's
I'll be
out?
out of town till Monday.
Who's here?
I don't know.
Oh, we'll
He's
ask
got
on
first
Monday
crew
then,
this
Jenny,
week.
I'll go with you on Monday, we'll do it together on Monday.
I stopped up and talked to them and everything, but anyway, yeah, I'll get with you, you know.
So I know that, what's the little lady's name that lives up the lane in between the Citadel or whatever? She's gonna be really disappointed because I promised her road would be paved this year. So I hope she watches this video to know that I really did do my due
Them people
diligence
that's
and
farmers
try.
been thinking about that too. Last year, you're supposed to get paid.
Okay, all right, Ted, you're up, sewer.
They quit. Alright. So, start with, actually, I'm gonna continue on with the streets a little bit. Last year, Miller Pipeline was told erroneously that they were able to dump, for free in our landfill. Brenda renegotiated the contract, and then we kind of, talked to them. Tressler told us, about what we should be charging for, dumping. So basically, so far to date, Miller has paid us $14,500 for dumping at our landfill. Again, this is money that would not have otherwise come to Redkey, $14,500. We've got approximately another $3,500 coming from continued dumping that they're continuing to work. So that's about $18,000 that's coming into Redkey coffers. Thanks to Brenda, thanks to Tressler.
And you.
And me that had to put the law down to them. The other big thing is I keep telling everybody about this EPA project. So basically, whenever it rains, we have horrible flooding at the sewer plant IDEM wants us to fix it. The big problem is this has been going on for decades. Nobody knows where the water's coming from, what area the city's coming from. Is it coming from the combined sewers? Is it coming from somewhere else? Nobody knows. So in order to figure out where it's coming from, I mean, we could have hired engineers. It'll cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is money that a small town like Redkey does not have. So I was looking around for solutions and came across the Water Technical Assistance Program, which is put on by the EPA. Again, it's specially designed for small towns like ours, where they will bring in engineers. They will actually do flow studies, and they will figure out, they do all this computer mapping, computer programs and stuff to figure out where is this flooding coming from, and find solutions for us. So I applied for the program, we got accepted. Redkey is the first town in Indiana to participate in this EPA Water Technical Assistance, Water TA program. So we had a kickoff meeting. We had a small introductory meeting on October 14th with members from Mendenhall and Associates, which is a contract engineering firm with the Indiana Finance Authority, and also AECom. They are under contract with the EPA, and they are going to be the head engineers to be looking at doing the flow studies and finding out where exactly the water issues are coming from. October 21st, we had the main kickoff meeting. Again, this is with some representatives from the EPA, but because of the federal shutdown, things have been kind of slowed in that respect, and a couple of those folks were on furlough. But we did have, again, people from another engineering firm, ERG, again, AECom, Mendenhall Associates. There's also the Alliance for Indiana Rural Water. They're very interested in Redkey because, again, this is the very first time that EPA is working with a town in Indiana on this type of program. So they want to see how this works and use that to maybe roll out these projects for other small towns in Indiana. IDEM is actually involved, obviously, because they're the ones that are telling us that we need to fix our flooding problems. But IDEM is also, this is the first time IDEM is working with the EPA under the Water TA program, so they're very interested. They actually had a few of their people on the call and kickoff meeting, again, just to see how it all works and stuff. And again, Finance Authority, they're going to be looking at funding sources for us. But the nice thing is that under this Water TA program, everything is free. That they're going to be working with us for the next 2 years, again, to find out where is our water coming, where is the flooding coming from, and how to fix it. And they're proposing solutions that are cost effective, and then also that have worked in other communities. And then once they find these solutions, Indiana Finance Authority are going to be looking for funding sources, grants, other types of low interest loans and stuff like that to finance the construction of these solutions. So, so that's all it's all kind of coming together now. We're I'm starting to get all kinds of requests from the engineers for maps of Redkey, sewer maps and everything else. We're having another kickoff meeting because there's also water coming in from the county. So we're having a meeting with the county tomorrow under this program to kind of say how this program can help the county in terms of there's some septic systems that are contaminating the creek in Redkey. So yeah, there's a lot moving right now, a lot of things going on, and so it's very exciting, very interesting. Again, we're groundbreaking, so it's a real game changer for Redkey.
Congratulations, thank you, Ted.
Do we have any sewer going into our, stormwater going into our sewers? Have they been separated, is what I want to know. We paid $4.5 million to separate them, have they been separated?
There are sections of the town that have not been separated, so there's
Why
still.
didn't they do that then? Why
I
did they not
don't
separate?
know, I was not here at that time, so.
Do you know how much we owe on the $4.5 million separation job?
That would be here.
Huh?
That would be
A
Gloria.
lot,
How much is it?
a lot. I don't know right offhand, but it's still a lot. I'd have to look at the books.
Look at it and let's find out. That was a $4.5 million job to separate them. That was the law that they separated them, you know, so I thought they separated them, but evidently they didn't.
No.
Yeah. I think they'll do with that $4.5 million.
Yeah, it was my understanding that they had hired a certain engineering person, and they came up with all the plans, and he passed away, and when that happened, his plans were no longer pertinent to the next engineering firm, and so the money that was put aside, which is what they thought they were gonna get, they didn't get, because a new firm came in, and that's how it got all mixed up, Jimmy, and that's how come some of our stuff didn't get taken care of.
According to the ordinance, they were supposed to separate them.
Correct.
And according to the ordinance, we had to buy so many thousand feet of pipes and stuff to separate.
Right.
But there was, some of it was separated, wasn't it?
Some of it was separated, but there are sections of town which have not been
Was half
separated.
of it separated or?
Well, the way I
I don't
understand
know.
it, again, not to interrupt Ted, but there's like 15 miles of it that did not get done. And that's a lot for saying through town or whatever, like 15 miles of it, some are still did not get lined or changed,
Right.
so.
And that's one of the things under this program is that they are cognizant of the fact that we are paying on this previous loan for the sewer separation. So that whatever it is that the solutions that come up with, they're gonna be looking for grants or something so that we don't, whatever construction, we're gonna still have to pay something, but we're not gonna pay like $10 million to fix this problem.
We appreciate you for all you've done. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm greatly appreciative to you. Thank you.
Me too, but I can work a little harder. Ted, you did a great job, buddy.
Gold streets.
So, Alex,
Alright, tomorrow, I just got a reminder, tomorrow I'll be meeting with Motorola, with the county to talk about the upgrades and the cell tower, or the radio towers. From what I understand, we're not gonna need any, radios are good, they're just gonna be reprogrammed, I don't think it costs anything, but I'll find out. And, I don't think we're gonna pay, but it all depends on how it works out, but I'm getting some, as soon as I find out anything, I will let y'all know. The partitions, I got a couple of quotes for partitions. I think I gave them, well, the quotes to you, Brenda. It comes up to $3,153. That's through Passive Security Solutions out of Indianapolis. That will come out of the Lowit Fund if approved. And that's the cheapest I've found. I'm waiting on one more quote to come
he looks
back.
a little confused, so tell me what you mean by partitions.
Partitions, that's a piece of plexiglass and metal in between the front and back seat.
Back seat.
Yeah, we have one for the cargo and the backseat area. So that's just a safety thing, especially having one officer on at a time. I think that's pretty vital. I don't think there's anyone that would, not say we don't need it, especially having one officer. I don't want to put them in the front seat. I'm never going to do that. What else? Feedback from the academy. It's been a busy month. 43 traffic stops. All citations that were issued under the town ordinance, so that money should come back to the town. And that also means that the person doesn't get a ding on their insurance and whatnot, because they are civil infractions. I received, I think that's it, 15 calls for service. That includes anything from noise complaints to juveniles, agency assist with the fire department. Did about 15 of those this past month. Working as hard as I can to get it through everything, even at 2:30 in the morning. I'm not always going to be able to respond to ordinance calls. Regular calls are going to take precedent over ordinance calls, so I think that's pretty common. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else. We're hoping to vote in another deputy tonight. That'd be really helpful with getting our workload and stuff going. A lot of people have noticed where I've been sitting, and I've been tagging people with these stop signs. High Street and Meridian, that's just, you just see the truck drivers straight roll through there. So the month of leniency is going away. Not even saying, not everyone that was stopped will get a ticket, not everyone that will stop will get a ticket, but that's, you know, we make these decisions.
But some of the truck drivers admitted to you that they always run those stop signs.
One truck driver did admit, he's been doing this route for years and he always runs it, well, you know, he can pay for it now. But we will be looking at every vehicle, run stop signs. As for the four-wheelers, we pretty much got that under control. Took me a couple of weeks, but we're looking pretty good. I don't hear any complaints lately or anything, so, phone wasn't on over the weekend because I was out of the country, but I am back. I don't think there's anything else.
So in light of that, he needs an approval, we need a motion to approve his dividers for the police cars.
I'll make a motion.
So Jimmy makes a motion to approve the dividers for the police cars. I need a second.
I'll second.
And Floyd will second it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? All right. And then we had the 2 police officers that we interviewed. And so I need a motion to hire one or the other. So somebody needs to give me a motion. We had 2 candidates, Todd Miller and Mr. Filomeno. So a motion,
I make a motion, we hire Mr. Filipino.
Filomeno.
Filipino.
Say hi, it don't count.
Last name, I can't pronounce that either.
I have a motion on the table to hire Mr. Filomeno as the deputy marshal. I need a second.
I'll second.
There's a second on the table by Floyd. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? You said aye, right? Okay, so there's no nays. And then I need a motion,
Did I burn your pen out?
I need a motion to make Alex permanent as the marshal, because right now we have him as temporary. I had him as temporary before he went to academy, so I think it's only fair that we make him a permanent marshal. So I need a motion for that, please.
I'll make a motion.
I have a motion on the table to make Alex the permanent town marshal.
You did the first one?
Huh?
You made the motion and she
I didn't
seconded.
make a motion.
Oh,
No,
you
he
did.
made a motion to hire.
I make a
Byron
motion.
made the motion to hire.
The deputy.
Deputy.
And then Jenny
He
said,
seconded.
oh, Floyd said,
Did you vote for the deputy?
yes, yes. So Ira made a motion to hire the deputy.
And you
Floyd,
approved that?
yeah, Floyd seconded it. We all voted. There was no nays. Everybody voted yes. Now I have a motion on the table by Jenny to make Alex the full-time marshal instead of temporary. And who seconded it?
I'll second it.
And Byron will second it. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any nays? Okay, Jimmy's still not nay. Okay. Anything else?
Before I wrap up, last week, the week before, when, I sent the chaplain to a chaplain conference. He's been great about everything, helping us out, you know. So we sent him to the chaplain's conference, that's the least we could do. And so give him a few minutes to talk about what he learned there, and we'll send him again next year. I know that for sure.
You, sir, you can have the table.
Just want to thank the city for
I like
allowing
your
me to
shirt, sir.
pass these around and take one.
I like your shirt.
Thank you. The chaplain's conference I went to is put on by the sheriff's department in Hamilton County, and they've been doing it for about 21 years. And I've been to it before when I was a chaplain at Portland and the Big County Sheriff's Department with some of the training. So this is some of the training that I've had before, but it's been more updated and a lot better training. But the highlighted section on there is the training that I went through when I was actually down there for 2 days on the 13th and the 14th of this month. And the training's all done by law enforcement officers and other chaplains. And it's pretty involved, and you see some of the things that we talked about down there, like ride-alongs and, you know, what to do, what not to do when you're with the officers, and how to support, and some of the liability issues that are involved with being with the officers and everything. So I don't know if you might have some questions, but there's several different courses, and I was in the basic track, I've done the basic track before, about 7 years ago, but, you know, it's a learning experience all over again, since I'm here. So I didn't know if you had any questions about the training that I was involved with, but it's all geared towards law enforcement and how to be there in support for them. And I know it's a small officer unit down here, but still, you never know what can happen in a community. You know, it's no longer just the big communities that have things happen. You never know when there's, Alex may have to go out and make a death notification, and one of the things that the chaplain does is go along with the officer and be there for the family. And up in Portland, we would stay with the family and go to different locations that are needed, so Alex could get back and do what he needs to do. So, and we're also there for the officers, just to have officers, somebody to talk to, and so every department's a little bit different on what they ask for a chaplain, and so Alex and I are still working that out and what he expects. So. But again, I'm thankful to be able to go down and be part of the training again. I'll be going down again next year, hopefully. And I look forward to just being part of whatever's necessary here. And also, being a law enforcement chaplain, I see myself as being here for you guys as well. And I spend a lot of time out with the first responders as well, and different things going on. So.
Welcome aboard and thank you for your service.
And it's strictly voluntary as well. Yeah, I love doing that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, we didn't say welcome aboard, so welcome aboard. I kind of left you out there. All right, Jenny, Parks.
The only thing I really have this month that's new is we're going to come up with a application for members that want to be on the park board, so we can do interviews and keep track of everybody who wants to be part of it. I don't know, I had asked you about the married couple that wanted to
I think they can both be on. There's not a problem with that, and I apologize that I didn't get an email back to you.
Okay, that's okay for the update, I just wanted clarification on that. So, I'm not gonna be on the board,
You'll be a liaison
just
from,
a liaison.
Yep.
So, I'm gonna have the applications, and then anybody who wants to interview and be part of it, just let me know.
Do we have an old park board still yet? Chance really said they did, he named them and everything.
We have a little
Chance
league,
got off of it.
we have a little league board, but I don't think we have a park board.
Yeah, I thought we did, I don't know.
Used to.
but anyway.
Yeah.
I
You
think
used
we do.
to a long
Used
time
to.
ago.
Do you know who it might be?
Yeah, I had the names, but I didn't bring them with me.
Okay, well then how come,
Six of them on there.
how come the council didn't, know
I
about
don't
that?
know, I just found out.
Because I knew there was a little league board,
I called Chance
but I didn't know
Rivers,
there was a
talked to
park
him, and
board.
then he resigned from it. But then he told me all the other names that was on it. And there's
Like
about
Zach
six of them.
Lawson?
Like, where have they been?
Yeah. We'll look into that, I think we need the names
Okay, we
given
better look
Jenny.
into it,
Yeah.
because I think they've already gone on it.
Wow.
But Chance, he was on it, and he said he got off of it last year. Then he told me the names of the ones that's still on it.
Well, I guess we'll
Yeah,
have an ordinance and we'll revise it.
Does anybody know who all was
I'll
on
listen
it?
to Bill.
Last
current
Maxon, I
ordinance
believe, is over the, is the president of the park.
or the new one.
Junior
They
League.
sent it in the previous
Junior
meeting,
League.
so your current-
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, junior.
Yeah.
Jenny, did you hear that?
Your current.
So our
ordinance
current
rescind-
ordinance rescinded any of the old stuff
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, your
Okay,
current
alright,
ordinance is
so-
what you're governed by.
Okay, all right, so we're starting fresh.
Yeah.
Okay. Mark, you're, anything else, Jenny?
No, that's
Mark,
all
you're up.
that's not.
So first thing, I think we finally got the wording on the fire department contract worked out
Okay.
between all the lawyers and everything. And I know Mara recommended bringing that up for a vote. You guys had voted on it back early in the year. But just because the wording had changed a little bit, just to formally adopt that again.
I know there was still one question that we had about, like, the fees of one of those was only like $400 and some, and we were thinking that it should have been more than that from one of the,
I thought I saw an email today that had changed.
It had changed?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it changed to $1,800 today.
Okay.
Is that on the township contracts?
Knox
Okay.
Town, is that?
Yeah,
is
there-
that-
We haven't seen the township contract.
Oh, there's still some questions about that,
Yeah.
because she emailed Gloria, we can't vote on it until it's, that she emailed Gloria and she disagrees with the amount that we say that they have compared to what they're saying they have.
So you're talking about the township contracts, right?
Yes.
For
Right.
next year?
Is that what it
Yes.
is?
I'm talking
Yes.
about the fire contract for 2025.
Okay,
that
all right.
we've been working on for
The whole
months
year.
now, yeah.
So I need a motion to approve the contract for 2025 for the fire department.
Has anything changed? I haven't seen no
Yeah,
contract review.
It's still the same, right?
Yeah.
Mara has it.
The wording,
I have.
I'd like to review it, you know.
some of the wording changed a little bit. And Laura sent, I think you were on the email.
Okay, so,
But, I mean, it's gonna be retroactive, ultimately, I mean, and it's gone this long, I would, this is not what Mark's gonna wanna hear, but because it's retroactive,
table it until we can read it.
yeah, table it until you all can read it, and you feel
So
comfortable
will you
with
have
it.
Mara send
Yeah, I would
me
have-
a copy, me and Gloria, a copy
So
of
that it can be
the updated
dispersed to
fire
everybody.
contract?
You have it from October the 14th.
I got
from
it.
Mara.
Well, good.
These are all the different ones.
So we don't want,
Not the township.
no, we don't want the township
Oh,
ones, we
you
want
want
the
yours.
original.
I mean, we
one.
would like to see the township ones too, because we're the ones
Which
that
one
are
do you want to
responding.
see, the
The
original?
town contract that Mara
Oh,
sent
the town
on
one. I should have.
October the 14th. She sent it to Gloria, Brenda,
Yeah, I have it somewhere
and Pete.
I'm copied,
with all this.
I just lost internet.
October 14th, 11:58 a.m.
Welcome to Reiki.
Yeah,
Between
I'm
the
also
town of
losing
Redkey.
battery power.
I think that agreement for fire council.
Okay, let me
Look at that.
I'll have Byron look at that. So while he's looking at that, what else, Mark?
Well, speaking of the township contracts, so, I mean, the fire department really needs to be in that loop on the township contracts as well, because it's us that are responding to the calls from them. So,
That's the one that's Redkey's doing.
Here, Byron, this is the newest one. Okay, and I know that, so you have,
Yeah.
can Mark see those?
Yeah, you can see these, Knox sent me an email, and we had them down as 1,900 for next year, and they had only voted in for 18, so
okay.
they wanted that changed, and
Which they had
then,
already made a vote in their council, so
and
she's,
then they wanted,
I think we need to get involved with that earlier, the same as
they
the
wanted
budget
more
for the town.
signatures, because we just had Brenda's and mine, but they wanted,
they want
think-
all council signatures.
yeah, and I think their town, who's on their board too.
Oh, they want all council members from both sides on the contract.
I got the email right
That's
here.
And Randy used to sign those as well,
Yeah.
All
because,
right.
and that was one of the things I think is going back and forth between different town attorneys.
Yeah, because they didn't
He
like the
wasn't
way
on
we
it, and
did
then he
it.
got added to it, and he got dropped off.
So why don't you go up to the city building tomorrow and pick up copies
Yeah,
of
if you
all
can
of
make
these,
copies of
Mark?
all.
Yeah, well. Fine.
Yeah, that's-
And then we'll bring them to the next meeting if that's okay, and we'll sign it all, especially since how this is retroactive, so it will go back to October anyway.
Well,
Yes.
he's
You
good
don't
with
have a
that
problem
now,
with
so.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, so I need a motion to accept the amended agreement for the firefighters service for 25.
I make the motion to accept it.
Okay, so I have a motion on the table to accept the fireman's contract for 2025. Floyd will second it. And all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? All right,
That's for last year. And
yes.
so is the new one's gonna be,
So we should be working on one for 2026 now. And I think the only open thing we'll need is the amount for the insurance
okay.
from both Kyle and Aaron.
So before you fill in the date, he said, it goes back to, he said October something, right? October, what did you say?
October 14th is when you got the email.
October 14th.
But that'll be retroactive,
Right,
that's
it'll be
from
retroactive
January
all the way back to
through
January,
December.
yeah.
And that's mentioned in the,
Yeah, it's
in the
mentioned in
agreement, it's January 1.
Yeah.
So it'll be for January 1, okay.
And yeah, so if I can get a copy of that signed, and I'll get Randy to sign it too.
Okay, all right.
We'll get that behind us at least.
Okay,
And then the other thing is the fire truck that we've been talking about. So we found out, I think at the end of last meeting or right after last meeting, that the cumulative capital improvement fund can be used for that. So my understanding from about February was that we could not use it for that. We found that we are able to use it for that. So that fund, I think, has about $142,000 in it right now. I guess what I would like to ask for, so I gave you guys information a few different times now. What I would like is a not to exceed number as far as purchasing a new fire truck. And I think, in my opinion, the best number is 125. That would get us something that's in the early 2000s range, so something that's about 20 to 25 years old. So that would make it about 10 years newer than our current new pumper. And that way it will offset those to where you're not having to come up with money to buy 2 pumpers at once down the road.
Have you had your inspection on your second pump?
We still haven't yet, no.
When you gonna have it, Mark, you know?
Don't know. Randy and Penville both have reached out to him and haven't got an answer back yet, so
Who inspects it, do you know?
I don't know.
Roger, you got your hand up?
Well, on our old truck, last time we had it tested, which Mark, I don't know if you missed it, but the guy that tested it for a pump test, he said it won't pass again because it just turned to black smoke.
Yeah, that's what got the whole conversation started.
Yeah, that's how it all started. It runs, but we've worked on it, but as far as the pump itself, well, unless, he said, there's no way it'll pass, he said it just floated. And I was up there the year before with it, I took it out to Pinville, that pond, to do the test, Randy and I did, and it just barely passed in. He said, I'm gonna pass you, because he knows we're trying to get a truck, but he don't want us to see, not to have it, the truck even, but he said it'll never pass again.
so the one that we do have that passes, what year is it? Cause that's the second one,
96.
so that's a 96.
Yeah.
Brian, did you have some kind of input from the fire department, what was up?
Sure, yeah, can we throw a turnout here in there?
What, and for money?
Yeah.
So.
We're like 20 years outdated.
So I had
That'd
a
be
conversation with Mark after our budget meeting, and I was wondering if he could work with Pete with the US bond. We could give $75,000 out of the cumulative cap fund and then talk to EDIC about if they, whatever we have to go over with. And I know that that was a conversation that we had, so where are we with that? Have you talked to anybody about that?
I have not yet, no.
Okay.
Oh, okay, you wanna give 75,000 out the
Out
fund?
of the cumulative fund,
Okay.
say, okay, you're allowed to have that $75,000, and then work with the US,
Indiana Bond Bank.
bond bank,
IBB, okay.
yes. And then also, so whatever we can't get with the bond bank, the $75,000, then the EDIC would come in and say, this is what we can give you guys, and you would have to pay that back,
Okay,
if that's making sense.
that makes perfectly sense, yeah.
So my only concern with the Indiana Bond Bank, and I think you have a little bit more experience, so we've been working on the Indiana Bond Bank since February, and we're like on step 2.
But that's only because it
So I don't
was
know
kind
how
of on the
long
back
that-
burner, Mark.
So I've worked with them before, but I've not done anything
Right.
with this project
Right.
with it, but
I just don't know how long that process takes. Is that gonna be another year, or is that something we can?
no,
move
we can
forward?
expedite it really quick, so,
Okay.
yeah, it's not a tough process, and they wanna give money away. And they don't give it away,
They pay it back.
they wanna process it pretty quickly.
Yeah, so I think if you guys are willing to do 75 out of the cumulative cap fund, try to get the 50 from the Indiana Bond Bank, and then use the Redkey Economic Development as backup.
As a
if we're not
backup.
able to do that.
Is that okay with you guys?
It is for me, that's a good idea, Mark,
Yeah.
good idea.
And that way, I agree, that way we won't deplete that fund completely.
Right.
But, like I said,
Well,
we
I'm
just gotta
thinking that
we gotta get
too,
moving on it.
because Baker Tilly, just to do the, rate study stuff, it's 20 grand.
Right.
And I just wanna make sure that we have the money in all areas to do what is needed to done for infrastructure as well as helping you guys out too, so.
Right. And I think that makes
That's the only
sense.
thing that I
I mean,
can think of.
I don't wanna deplete that fund all the way either,
Right.
because, well, number one, we're gonna have other trucks that are gonna need
Right.
some attention soon. Like I said, we've just been working on the Indiana Bond Bank since February, and we haven't really gotten anywhere with it, so. We can't keep going for another 6 months like we have been.
It won't be.
So I need a motion on the table to give the fire department 75,000, allow the fire department use of $75,000 out of the cume cap fund, for a pumper truck, and then they will also work with the US Bank and,
Indiana Bond Bank.
Yeah, Indiana Bond Bank, and
What
then,
about grants? What about grants that they got?
There's none available from everything that we've heard. So,
There's tons of
we've-
grants out there.
for fire trucks, if you can send me one, I would love to see it.
I sent it
Because,
to
huh?
FEMA and then the US military surplus equipment.
So the
They
US military.
have a pumper truck on military surplus, there's a picture of a pumper truck,
A pumper or a tanker?
the tanker.
Right, and the pumper is what we need.
yes.
So I think something like that would probably work for a
You're
tanker.
gonna get them a copy
because
tomorrow,
that would be
and then
easy
you're gonna
to-
take it back
to
and
fit
they're gonna work out
that.
and we'll-
A pumper's a little bit more specialized truck that I don't, and they said that most of the trucks they have available have not been used for firefighting purposes, but could be repurposed
I
for
think
it. So,
the question is that it doesn't appear as if any grants have been applied for. Just from what I found, is that when I was looking for grants for my fire department, I mean, there are other grants out there, like FEMA, that specifically relate to small community volunteer fire departments. And then,
The number.
yeah,
I
it's-
actually have the paperwork, actually, I
Yeah, you
shared it with
discussed
Mark
that.
last meeting.
Yeah, you discussed that here before, didn't you?
Yeah,
Ted?
and I actually provided the paperwork,
I
I have all
remember
the,
I
all
have
the
copies of
information,
it.
and so, I mean, I'm just saying that we're a small community, we heard last budget meeting that we're gonna have funds drastically reduced from tax funding.
We are.
So why are we not at least looking at grants, rather than just saying we're gonna deplete our resources, our limited resources?
the
I'm
FEMA
not
grants that
saying
you,
no, I'm just saying.
yeah, the
there
FEMA
are
grants that you
opportunities.
sent me were not for fire trucks. They were for other purposes. I believe it was training was the
No,
biggest
there is a
thing.
fire truck
And
there.
then,
It's equipment.
I'll look at it again, because I know we've been working with JCDC. She's got that at the top of her list of things that she's looking at for grants. And then, the group that Darlicia was with, I had reached out to both of those organizations that both specialize in grants, and both of them said there's no truck grants out there.
Ted, did you mention something about military and stuff like that, or not?
Yeah,
The military's got something?
yeah, they actually, again, they specifically looked for small communities, economically disadvantaged communities, exactly like ours, and they have military surplus. Fires occur in the military, so they have pumper trucks, they've got fire trucks and everything else.
Where you looking at in the military? Who do you get it
I
from?
have all the paperwork, I shared it with Mark, I've got other copies of it back at home and stuff, so
Give
I
us
can
a
provide.
copy, would you?
How's that?
Give us a copy of it, too.
Okay, I will, I can
I
actually
know
give it
you
to you tomorrow.
discussed it last month.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think a tanker truck would work perfect for something like that. Just the pumper trucks are a little more specialized, and they said that the vehicles
Okay.
they have are not used for firefighting equipment, just because they would donate them to fire departments to
I would say we can,
convert them.
I think we can work parallel tracks,
Right.
right? I think to Ted and Sarah's point, I think we can work both sides, right? We should look.
Right.
And I think that's,
And we should apply.
and we should apply, because we know the other pumper truck is at some point going to be needing it, so.
Right.
Even if we apply to the Indiana Bond Bank, we don't have to take the money, there's nothing that says that we take it, even if they approve us. If we can get the grants, then we can always turn it down, and we don't have to drain the capital fund
Right.
prior to that, so I think
And I
let's.
do worry about it, because they said we really needed to cut costs because of the SB1
Right.
that's coming, and they said
So-
that if we were gonna do anything, that we probably shouldn't do anything till after July,
So
right?
let's work both sides.
Yeah.
I think is the way that we do that. So Ted, let's make sure that we get that, and let's fill it out before we do anything else.
Right.
And then go from there.
Okay.
And then, but on the same hand, let's also not sit back and and delayed.
So we still wanna put back 70,000,
75.
75,000,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, so I need a motion
If
to
that's
set
what
back
the council
$75,000 out of the cumulative fund, which can only be used for certain things anyway.
Right.
Which the fire truck would be one of those for the fire department, and then we'll work, like we said, EDIC last resort, the bond bank, and we'll apply for those, you'll work to apply for those grants, right? Okay.
And
So,
also just to finish off Brian's thought, the FEMA grants that I've found also include things for equipment, like turnout gear, as
Okay.
well as training.
okay.
So there's a lot of resources out there for small communities, you just have to.
I know you probably saved those on the computer. If there's any way that you could resend me those, and
Yeah.
do you have Mark's email?
Yeah, he sent it to me.
So, and send them again to Mark and Gloria and Pete.
Yep, sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
Turn it would
perfect.
be very appreciative.
Yeah, the turnout
Right.
gear.
So,
And that's probably one that would be,
the turnout.
And there are grants that
Yeah,
pop
I
up
know.
for turnout gear.
that would be
The last time, it was one of those things that we found out
outdated.
a day too late, and
Well, and that's another thing that
everything
CN
was
should
already
be looking
snatched
at.
up by.
CN should be looking
Right.
for grants for those
Yeah.
anyway. Okay, so I need a motion on the table, please, to allow $75,000 of the cumulative fund to be used for a pumper truck.
I'll make the motion.
So I have a motion on the table by Floyd to allow the cumulative fund of $75,000 for, that was me, it was my cup, to be used for the fire truck. I need a second.
I second it.
I have a second on the table by Byron. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Jenny?
I'm gonna
No?
wait and see what we find out from the military.
All right, so Jenny's a nay. Okay, anything else for you, Mark?
The only other thing, fire department's having costume contest this Friday from lineups at 5:15, judging at 5:30, and then trick or treat follows 6 to 8.
You go.
What you guys have?
Yeah, I'm going as a board member.
That's
Better have me some candy up there, Mark.
Yeah, I've got good
If you
candy
don't
up
trick or
store.
treat at the fire department as a board member, we're gonna be really disappointed.
I'll be there.
We have a 13 and up age group. up.
Shoot, I'll have a crowd behind me protesting me as a board member.
All right.
Picture you got it.
Oh, I'll do
Okay,
that.
Gloria, water
I'll do that.
adjustments.
Okay, we only have 3 this month, and the first one is at 25 North Oak Street, and the amount was $442.05, and the adjusted amount was $177.48, which left the bill $264.57.
Just to clarify on these were because our smart meters were put in, and when the billing cycle comes, they can't put them all in Neptune. So by the time they were allowed to put them in Neptune after the billing cycle was done, then they discovered that there was leaks after putting the smart meters in. So these should be like the last 3 adjustments that we have.
And the second one was at 434 North Meridian Street, and the bill was $157.16, and the amount adjusted was $48.98, which left the bill $108.18. And the third one was at 28 East Wayne, and the bill was $123.90. They adjusted $22.85 off of it, which left the bill $101.05.
So you need a motion.
So I need a motion to
Make a
approve,
motion
to accept the, adjustments.
I'll make a motion to adjust the bills.
All right, well, I have a motion on the table by Jimmy to approve the adjustments. I need a second.
I'll second.
Jenny will second it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? All right,
No nays,
no nays. All right.
Did you change your mind?
No, I'm not changing, I'm not changing mine. Listen, a week from Saturday is the 8th of November. And I've got a hold of it, but anyway, I'm having the veterans, honoring the veterans on Saturday the 8th. And I've got the Masons, we're gonna have cakes for the Army, the Navy, the Marines, and the Air Force.
Where are you doing this
And
at?
I'm gonna do it at the Masonic thing for the cake, and then I want the city building across the street to
The old
show
fire
4
department.
movies. I'm gonna show an Army movie, a Navy movie, a Marine movie, and I'm trying to find an Air Force movie, but I don't know about it yet. But one question I got, do you have to pay $200 to show the movies?
Can you,
You need licensing to to show movies, unfortunately.
Well, I got a hold of the Optimus guy at Portland.
Yeah.
He said he showed movies before. And I got the camera that they had from the Optimus at Redkey. But I meet with him Saturday. So then if he can show the movies, I think he's going to show that Leland's his name. Leland Leemaster. But anyway, they got a sale for the Optimus Club Saturday, and I'm going to meet with him. And then I got that camera, but we don't have the speakers and everything. Did you all have to pay for that movie? You showed that 200, how much you had to pay?
$250.
$250. Well, we're just going to show one movie, The Navy. But anyway, if he's got a license, you didn't have nobody have a license, did you?
We had to go through a licensing company.
Who was it, do you know?
It was called Swank.
Swank?
Movie licensing.
I think if you ask Leland, he'll know because he's been,
I meet with him
Because
Saturday.
it depends on the movie you're playing, the number expected to watch it, how many nights, if you're charging people, it depends.
I'm not going to charge nobody.
These movies are back in the early 1900s, aren't they?
The movies that I went to the library. One of them is No Man is an Island.
Which
I've
was
seen that before. That's amazing.
which was dated for how long? How
I
old
seen
is
it
the
back in
movie?
the 60s.
Back in the
Yeah,
60s.
it's World War II.
The minimum charge is like $250.
Okay.
Yeah, because we told them we expected maybe 50 people, and we were doing it for one night, and we weren't charged. If we charged, we would have had to pay half of our
Profit.
yeah. So that's why we just sold popcorn, let people in it for free.
But you had to pay $250 for the
We
movie.
had to pay $250 to watch our own copy of the movie.
Okay. Well, I'll
Make
talk to
sure you
him
look at
Saturday.
And with the, and
Now, I've already
and with the internet, and if you advertise on the internet, they can run algorithms and they can.
Well, I'm hoping that
find
little old
you
lady
watch it.
sitting right there with that pen and pencil is going to put in the paper tomorrow.
So here's the thing, Jimmy, the
Okay.
council's gonna disapprove if you don't have the licensing. As long as you have the licensing, you're able to show the movie. As long as whoever's showing the movie has
I'll talk to
licensing.
him. I'll
Or
talk
you
to
can
him.
just have it at your house, just have a big old
Well-
party at your house.
Then how many people's going to be there in my house?
I don't know.
I don't know, you better throw Nancy out.
Anyway, if everything's go, is it all right with the town board if I have the city building show
As long as you have the
Now, the
licensing
movies
taken
is
care
coming
of.
from the library.
Yeah, but as long as you have the licensing taken care of, we're
But
fine with that.
I'll talk to Leland Saturday and everything. But anyway, I'll find out.
So there's something going that you're doing at the Redkey Masonic Lodge then? Where are you?
The cakes is going to be in the Redkey Masonic Lodge. The movies is going to be in the city building across the street.
The old fire
Or in
department.
your kitchen.
Or in her. We're going to Jenny's house. Don't put that in the paper. And anyway, everybody's invited, whether you're a veteran or not a veteran. And I've said,
How long is the movie, do you know?
well, I don't know.
And what time does the movie
Usually,
start? Because you
There's
didn't
going to be
say.
4 movies.
Oh, that'd be
All
all
in one
right.
night?
No, we start at noon. Usually a movie's about an hour
Starting
and a
at
half.
noon?
An hour and a half, yeah.
So when's the
But
cake
if we
start?
gotta pay $280, movies will be one movie.
So does the cake and the movie start at noon?
Things gonna start at noon.
Okay, alright, so you can have cake and a movie
But
at
I'm
noon.
talking to Leland, but if we gotta pay $260 for one movie, there's only gonna be one movie.
Okay, alright, okay.
And if we can get by the $260, then I'm gonna show the
I think you're
Marines.
prejudiced of the Navy.
Huh?
I think you're prejudiced of the
Well, I
Navy.
got
If I'm gonna pay for it, I mean, you know.
Jimmy?
Huh? You're in the Army, bud, you wanna pay for your own movie?
No, I'm not, but I have a question about
Yes,
the movie.
go ahead.
Okay. So you're gonna have a movie to represent each branch of the military.
Right.
So is SpaceX gonna be represented there? 'Cause I wanna see that. What was the movie?
If you want the SpaceX,
Spaceballs.
you get the movie.
Spaceballs, that's even better.
Spaceballs.
I was
I don't
comparing
think
the
they
Spaceballs,
say
Spaceballs is even better, yeah.
I don't know if they got a SpaceX.
It's called Spaceballs, write it down, these guys wanna come watch Spaceballs.
I'm just asking.
We're gonna get ourselves in trouble. We're gonna get ourselves so much trouble.
Okay.
I want you to come.
Okay, we're moving
You're in the Army,
on.
wasn't you?
We've
Oh, yeah.
completely lost
Come
control.
on,
We're
show me.
moving on.
$260 would be a nice. Anyway,
All right, we have some ordinances that we are going to, this is the first reading on them. Can we
Yeah, you just need to do introductions and read by title only.
Okay, so we have ordinance 2025-3. It's a municipal utilities account administration ordinance. I want to introduce that, so I need a motion to introduce.
Make a motion, Eric.
So I have a motion on the table to introduce ordinance number 2025-3. I need a second.
I'll second.
Jimmy seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
So I need a motion to introduce ordinance.
Vote on that.
Oh, yeah, let's take a vote. So now that we've introduced it, let's take a vote on that. So all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? No, okay. Now we're gonna introduce 2025-4, which is an ordinance regulating weeds and vegetation in the town of Redkey, Indiana. So I need a motion to introduce 2025-4.
I make a motion to introduce 2025-4.
Byron introduces, or makes a motion.
I'll second.
Jimmy seconds it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? No. I need a motion to introduce ordinance 2025-5, which is an ordinance regulating solid waste collection, disposal, and fees in the town of Redkey. So I need a motion, please, to introduce. Floyd makes a motion to introduce 2025-5. I need a second.
I second.
Jimmy will second it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, and then we'll bring them to the next one to adopt. So if you guys have any questions over them, let us know. All right. We don't have any second readings. Jess, can I have are they back here?
Everything, yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
That girl, one of that Stevens girl, wanted to get brought up, she's not here.
Okay, so
Stevens.
okay, Trish Stevens wanted what brought up?
She said that they had been doing a lot of work at the Pioneer Cemetery, cleaning up. Are you guys aware of that? And Trish, you know who I'm talking about, she wanted to come to the meeting, but evidently she didn't get to. But she wanted to see about having gravel put up there at the cemetery.
Yeah, she talked to Roger about it as well.
Oh, did she?
Gravel for a driveway to the actual cemetery itself.
Yeah.
She wanted to know about getting, if that was possible, getting it paid for.
We would have to have a quote to know how much we're talking about and all of that stuff. Can we get that? Can we get a quote, Roger, on what it will cost?
Well, I'm not saying the cost, I mean, I can tell you how far it is, what it's gonna take, because that's basically what I do. I don't know if it's necessary, I mean, I don't know how much traffic you have. I mow that every week, and I go through there, which is not like a push mower, it's a big mower, you know, and I go through there, and if it's not rain and mud, there's not a problem, it's on that point. I mean, that's, you guys do what you wanna do, but that's I'm just glad somebody's put more time into it, cleaned it up. I will say this, they've cut trees down, which has fell over on me. So, I mean, I don't wanna be myself clean them up on that point, on where the fence is. I mean, I'm glad they're tearing, if they need to like, get the trees out and cut them up and sell firewood, I don't care. But
So they've cut them down and just left them lay, is that what you're saying?
yeah, on the east side, where my property's on the other side, that's there's an old terminal there where the trains used to come in.
Yeah.
So there's a wall there by that cemetery on that east side. Well, the trees are dead, I'm not saying they're not, but they're on the cemetery property. And there was a great big tree that fell over back there, and it was huge.
Yeah, she said
And
she.
they worked their work, you know, and I'm not saying that, but
I know that Tony Huff takes a lot of firewood, so he might be
She
interested.
said the guys that were cutting the trees down were supposed to remove all the wood, so I'll make sure she follows up.
just, yeah, that's fine, I don't care for the backyard, but
And then if you'll just get me how far it is and stuff like that, I can get a quote and we'll see, and we'll table it and we'll talk about it again next month.
there's somewhat of a little bit of a base there on that, I mean, grass has grown over it, but
Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah,
Personally, I don't think you need to spend that much money,
I
because
don't either.
there's not a bunch of people go back there.
Well, she was wanting to see about light for the flag also that's out there.
They put a new flag up, you guys put a flag
Yeah, and I
up,
had a solar light, did it quit working out there?
I think it's still,
Is the solar light not working?
I haven't been out there at night to test it. So
Okay,
I'm
if the
not
solar
sure.
light is not working and you let me know, I'll purchase another one and I'll have my husband put it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the flag, I appreciate, like I say, I'm a veteran and I think it's great, and I don't have a problem. I even, sometimes I'll be out there, kids will come up and they'll say, and I go back with them and, watch them and stuff and, it's interesting for them to know it's there, and the other people, I don't,
And the people she had out there, they were supposed to be removing the wood after they cut the trees down, and they were repairing some of the headstones.
yeah, we had some people looking at it here just 2 or 3 days ago, and we walked through there, guys I work with from Portland, and we walked through there, they was very interested, and I told them, it's looking a whole lot better.
Yeah, and they're also looking at, putting the fence around James Redkey's, monument also, and she was looking into signage, so it's, because there are people in town who didn't know it's there. I mean, I grew up on the other end of Oak Street, and I didn't know it was there, so. Those are a few other things, that's kind of her baby, she's been working on that, so I.
Will you tell her to call me and get
Yeah.
with me? All right.
She usually doesn't get out work till like.
So we won't do anything with that right now. We will just wait till Trish gets a hold of me and then we'll talk about it again next month. So I have, so we have started something now where we are giving awards out. So if anybody has anybody in the community that they want to recognize as doing something great for the town of Redkey that you've seen it, I don't care what it is, then you need to call uptown and put their, give the ladies their names so that we can make them available for just a little appreciation of something. So Brian Waldo, you want to come up here, please? So we had the guys hooked up a water, what do you call that thing? The thing that hooked up, what was it called?
Meter.
A water
Reminder
meter,
meter.
yeah, for the gas pipeline to use, and there was a huge leak there. And instead of making a big deal about it, he took it upon himself to get a tool out of his truck and turn it off until the guys could get up there and take care of it. So an outstanding citizen award from the town of Redkey, I want to present that to you.
Thank you.
And then Alex, we want to present Alex award for his completion of academy and taking the time to represent our town and doing everything that he does. So just please make sure that if you have anybody on your list that we could recognize, please let us know.
I got a list, but I'm sure.
And there was nobody that signed in on for public comments. Is there anybody, Bill, you got something to say?
Yeah, it might be a little late, it's already passed, you guys are talking about the three-way stop down on East Main. Why couldn't we have just put a stop ahead sign down there instead of spending $1,000 for them flashing lights?
It's the semis that are abusing it, it's not the cars.
You
And
put a stop
those
ahead-
little
I mean,
kids that
sorry,
play
I
on,
mean, you put a 36-inch stop ahead sign down, I don't know which way they're running, whether they're running east or whether they're running.
coming in and going out of town, because they're using that road to go out, I don't know where they're going out to farm.
Or Red Farm Road. is that-
Yeah, yes.
Well, a lot of people are out through there to campground, Jayhawk. I mean, that's.
We're talking semis though, that's doing the majority.
Now, there were spike strips.
Well,
There you go. Outstanding citizen.
Take it out.
Slow it down.
So, I know that we did pass that, I mean, you can look in to see how much a sign for
I
that
can do whatever you guys
might
think is
cost. I know that
necessary.
we've already approved them, so we're gonna order those. I just think alerting these semi-truck drivers before one of those little kids get hit on the
semis
road.
aren't the only one.
No.
What's that? What's that?
I said semis aren't the only one. I mean, there's a lot of cars
I
too.
know.
Because I
Yeah.
mow down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would donate 36-inch sign to look out one.
You would donate what?
A 36-inch stop ahead sign.
Oh, you have one?
I buy signs.
Okay,
Yeah.
very, okay.
Yeah, so I got one just like Brandon.
Yeah, he's got a few signs.
I got a few signs. But I got a 36-inch one I'll donate.
Is that coming in and going out, but you only have
Oh,
one?
I got one,
Yeah.
yeah.
We can have it covered.
Still check in to see how much they cost, would you please, for
I
a
mean,
second one?
yeah,
Alright.
I don't know which way to run it, I mean, we got a new guy.
Honestly, I still think the
That's
flashing
out there for a
lights
while.
would be the
On
best.
the west
I
of
mean,
this.
I do.
Get
Right.
attention.
Yeah.
I do have a reminder.
You feel like they're running more coming into town or going out?
They're running regardless.
Pardon me?
They're running regardless. Left, right, center, up,
Yep.
down, side to side, they're running.
Is
And
it,
it
Are
is
they
a
rolling
three-way.
or are they slowing down at all?
They're not even slowing down.
They're not even doing a California roll, just keep the truck rolling
They're-
and get it right into that gear.
That's why, that's why we wanted to put the flasher
See the
there, so
wheels,
they
but just
could, they
continue
can't
to
say
roll.
they didn't see the stop sign. And it's a three-way, we didn't even put it from our side street coming out, we only ordered them for the, you know, coming in and out
I
of
understand that,
it.
is there any trees, the branches sticking over there to be blocking that, like
No.
that?
We already had this discussion.
I can take a look, but I don't know offhand.
Yeah, there's not.
Yeah,
Supposed
I had one other thing.
So our next, meeting for the Redkey Town Board is Tuesday, November 25th. So we look forward to everybody coming out, and I
Yeah.
think that is
So,
it.
Bill had one more thing, he had one more thing, and I had one more thing.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I don't know whether we've expected Minnesota weather down here this year or not. I don't understand the deal with buying another snow plow when we got one set up there. That don't fit anything no more or what? It's a nice snow plow. We only had 6 inches of snow last year, didn't we? I mean, Christ.
I
I pushed more snow in downtown Redkey
Yes.
than you did with any plow, because we
Yes.
didn't have that much. I have my push boxes and Bobcats, and I usually do up there around all the businesses and around.
And you'll listen neighbors.
I don't go down unless it's somebody I know, but like say, and I don't mind doing that, you know, on that point, but
I just didn't wonder if it was justified or not. I mean,
Well, if there's a plow.
if we got a plow, what I'm saying
Okay,
is.
Heather, what do you have?
I just wanted to say, Friday night we had our fundraiser and we did fairly well considering it was our first one, but we've done a good job, Bill, Mary, and the rest of the organizations. Yeah, Mary, she has a name. Cleaning out the old fire station, we got pretty much all the downstairs done, but the back police offices, I was working on that today a little bit. If you look in there, if you peep in the windows, the old fire truck,
the Diamond T.
the Diamond T, it is sitting where people can see it now, and there is another old truck in there. There was a fabulous couple that drove all the way from New Hampshire, donated that truck. The fire department purchased the motor that they sold us, and there's a group of guys, small group of guys who are gonna hopefully put that motor in the Diamond T fire truck, and we'll have an operational antique fire truck. They'll get it all shined up, and
what you gonna call it, that's important.
we want to name it Cap after
What,
Cap
the
Orville.
fire truck?
Yeah, we want to give it a nickname. If it doesn't already have one, I don't know, but I think we should name it Cap after Cap Arbuckle, because from what I hear, he was the one that worked on it for
He did.
forever and a day, and
He's the one that used to climb up the water tower and change the light.
but there are.
But he got a free water bill for it.
The couple that we got the motor from, they donated an additional truck to our Redkey Community Development Organization, and we're going to, after the fire truck is operational, we're gonna focus our efforts on that truck, and we'll have another parade truck, hopefully, that we can use in whatever around town type. It's also a 1932 Diamond T, it's a 1-ton. It'll just be a little quirky hallmark, throw the Christmas tree in the back of the truck, take a picture type thing, so. We're gonna name that one too, maybe write a children's book, who knows, make some money and put Redkey on the map. But, yeah, I think the event went pretty well, we had food trucks, we're gonna try to make it, a more than once a year thing, and we're doing more work on the fire station, and, between him and Bert Quakenbush, the clock, it has some movement, and I'm going to call a clocksmith, and or whatever they're called, and see if we can get some expert to look at it. But, yeah, we might get it running sooner than we thought, so.
Awesome. Hopefully, thank you for your hard work. She brought up, I forgot to tell you guys that we have to have the asset inventory done by the end of the year. Janet brought that to my attention again when we had the budget meeting, and she did send me a list of names of 3 people that she had in mind, but she told me to get with Pete too, those 3. So I know that's gonna cost us money, I don't know how much, but it has to be done. We got audited by the State Board of Accounts, we got a tag on that because it hasn't been done in years. So, and that's gonna have to be done, so I'm gonna have to schedule somebody to come and do that. That is one thing. And then Mark Lovell, when are you guys voting to, for EDIC, people on there? Cause I know that every 4 years you have to have a vote, and that usually somebody from the town council gets to be put on the EDIC, blah, blah, blah. So when is your next vote
So
for members?
yeah, we add them whenever there's a vacancy.
Well,
So there's no vacancy right now. There's 2 former town council members that sit on the board.
according to the bylaws, you have to do it every 4 years, so
you
I
gotta
wanna
do
know
it.
when you guys are doing it again.
Yeah, you
I'll have
gotta
to
do it.
look, so that's not my understanding.
So-
My understanding was it was whenever there's a vacancy on it.
Okay, so you'll get back with me with an answer, please. All right, thank you. All right, I have nothing further. Does anybody else have anything further? Go ahead, Roger.
I just wanted to let you know that, I did get my survey.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, she's got that on her list. She called somebody. She was gonna have that survey done. I forgot to tell you that.
I got it, I have the survey. I kind of reflect back to my age when we played ball out here and probably.
Well, you let
toured
Laura
in
know that
some
the
of
survey's been done on the park, but at the ball diamonds. I'm sorry, go
Anyway.
ahead.
The east line over there where my beans is, it really lines up with the lots from where the water tower is. That line, there's 2 survey stakes out there, one on this end, one where the big brush pile is down there and all the stuff down there. It's on that far right corner. I did have flags, little red flags there, but I don't know since they run beans if they're still there, I haven't looked. But I will, there is a steel grade stake on this end, on the south end. I own up to about 44 inches from the fence.
So will you give the town a copy of that so that they know
Yeah,
exactly
I will.
where yours are?
Yeah, I
And
will.
then, how much did you pay for that? I mean, I feel like,
When I asked you about splitting it with me, I paid $500 for it.
so I feel like the town should pay Roger at least the $250 for the
So,
survey.
But I will get you a copy of it, plus I would like somebody, a couple of the guys on the board members. I showed Randy Young, which, cause on that point, and then, but yeah, that's about where it is. Now, here again, I'm still to a point of worried about the responsibility, my liability, if that stays like it is. That's why I'd asked before, if it's possible, that if we could sign a lease for that little bit of property, not saying there's any money exchange or anything, Hank, you have it, you gotta do $1 or whatever, but that way, if somebody gets hurt out there for the Little League, it's not on me, it goes toward the town.
So I'm really confused about that. Is there any way that you can meet me and Byron out there? First of all, I want somebody to make a motion to pay Roger the $250 for our half of the survey.
I make a motion.
So there's a motion on the table to give Roger $250 for the survey, and I have a second by Jimmy. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any nays? Okay, so we're gonna give you half of that money. And then I wanna know, when you show us, and Pete's asking too, what is the point of this? Tell us what you're expecting from the survey.
Oh, basically, I want to know here what happened was, before where it's grass on that end, what happened was, we was having ball games and tournaments, and my field was up to where that 4 foot from the fence. Well, guys were just driving through the field.
Destroying your crop?
Yeah, it was just, and just driving down through, and then we had a big tournament, and they was out there on motorcycles and all kind of stuff, and I'm like, hey, this ain't gonna work, So I went to the Little League, guys, I said, what do you think? And they said, can you give us 30 foot? I said, we walked out there. I said, I told Jay and Mike out that farm it. I said, just take 30 foot back that way. And that's where it is now, that's the grass. Only thing I asked is somebody to mow it, you know, with the city.
So
And
you're
that's what
allowed
it
the
was,
Little
but-
League 30 feet from all the way around the diamond of your property?
No, not all the way around
Just
it.
that back diamond.
Just on
That's
the
the back
south side.
diamond. Okay, now I'm getting it, the back diamond.
Okay, the east side, about where the grass is now, that's basically where them trees are. But I was back looking when we played ball, and probably Jim remembers too, when we was playing with the third base dugout there, and when we'd have a foul ball, it would go in the beans. But what happened was, this goes back to when I was on town board, Bill Buser, we was at this point, we didn't know what was going on. That's how come Mr. Morgan, that's how I got to know him. We told him we'd like to have a bigger diamond to put in the second diamond. That's when he said, how much do you need? When we met with him, we started right down, well, on this end, and he said, I'll give you about what you want, unless you, get carried away. So Bill Buser, which has passed, myself, and Gerald Kirby, because Gerald was the chief of police at the time, that's where we come up. I'm pretty sure this is almost rectangular what it is. But at that time, we didn't have the little diamond up there yet. That's what we was trying to get. Well, and then Bolenkamp and Watson put all that dirt in there in the hill to make it where it is now. Anyway, then later on, a new group of people in the Little League switched it and went to the boys and girls, which is fine. But that property, this is pretty much like a or almost like a square, is about what it is.
So now that the survey's done.
So on the survey, it shows those two lines and how many feet it is, but it don't show this line and that line.
So now that the survey's done, you want a contract with the Little League or the town of Redkey saying that you're not liable if somebody gets hurt in that property that you're allowing them to utilize.
Right. I don't mind them giving up the 30 feet, which would be 30 feet by approximately, I want to say it's either 300 or 400. Kind of what that, I think I'm not sure. I don't want to say either.
Just running that radius.
Pardon?
Running that radius on that.
No, it's like the rectangular part, it's like a square, it's about like a square on that one.
So Pete is gonna get with Mara or what, and then we'll come up with something that will work
I'd
for
like to
you.
talk to,
And so can you stay after and talk to?
Yeah.
To
yeah,
Pete?
I mean,
All right.
a couple of
Okay.
different ways to skin the cat.
You sold us 6 lots, where was it?
Come on.
What's that?
You sold us 6 lots, and the deed says it's on Elm Street, at the end of Elm Street. Was that run this way?
Well, I'm not sure, Jimmy.
Well, I got my deeds and stuff, but
I
just
have to
don't
look at it
turn
and
them
see,
into
but-
that. But anyway,
Okay. Well, that's everything then. If
That's
there's
good,
nothing
huh?
else.
World Series is on 15 minutes.
All right. Meeting adjourned.
Get there, Jimmy. Run!